Tonight I'll be staying at the Hub by Premier Inn Hotel near King's Cross Station in London. Hub by Premier Inn is noted for well-designed small rooms in central locations, similar to a Z Hotel. This is inside the room. Hub by Premier Inns are noted for their small rooms, but they're well-designed rooms, so they make the most of a limited space. Although Hub by Premier Inn hotels generally have very central locations as well. So we've got a double bed, a flat screen TV up there. There is storage underneath the bed for your bags. Also, more pull-out storage there. Now, if you see, look over here, you can see a nice green armchair. Well, it's not an armchair, it doesn't have arms. Nice green chair to sit in if you just want to sit and relax, with a side table where you can stick your drink. But if you want a work desk and do some work, this little side table turns into a work desk. So if you just move your chair out of the way and then pull this out, and it turns into a work desk. Excellent use of space. Great design idea to do that. And also, if I just move this out of the way, you'll be able to see the PowerPoints. You've got a European PowerPoint, 2 British PowerPoints, and a USB charging point as well. Also have complimentary water in the room. So that's it's a great little spot there. Okay, looking at this end of the room, so you've got the big bed here. Over here you've got a couple more PowerPoints and another USB charging port. If you pull these pillows out of the way, you've got all these controls built into the bed head. So you can control the air conditioning, and yes, the hotel does have air conditioning. Control the lighting, and dim the lighting, and then brighten it again. Put onto mood lighting or sort of night light. Turn the lights off altogether. And turn them back on again. You also have controls here to change the little sign on the outside of the room to do not disturb or do not make up the room. And on the other side, you have controls for the night light again, and also controls for a reading light. So a very, very clever way to build a little bit of technology into the actual bed unit. So you don't have to get out of bed to control the lighting or the temperature in the room. Yeah, it's a brilliant little design feature there. Also in the room, we don't have a proper closing up wardrobe, but we do have a little wardrobe area where we've got some coat hangers and another shelf up above that. So you've got some storage built in there without taking up a lot of space. There's also a mirror on this side, and on the other side you have a hairdryer, a bottle opener, a couple of coat hooks, and another PowerPoint. So we've got quite a good selection of PowerPoints in the room. So far I've counted 6 PowerPoints, if you include the European point and the 4 British ports, and 2 USB charging ports. So that's excellent. Now let's take a look in the bathroom. So it's a nice modern bathroom here. We've got a shower with 2 shower heads, so a nice rainfall shower with 2 shower heads. We've got bayless and Harding toiletries. It's just a hair and body wash there. We don't have a separate conditioner. And we've got a luxury hand wash next to the sink. And we've got the sink there. Nice big mirror. Toilet paper, nicely folded into a triangle. Another little cupboard there. And, of course, the toilet. So, yeah, totally pleased with the bathroom facilities. Okay, now let's take a look at the view. As you can see King's Cross Station right outside the window. So that's how close we are to the station. However, it is about a 5-minute walk to the main entrance to the station, so it's not as close as it is. The access to the station takes a little bit longer than just walking across the road. But I'll show you that in the morning when I give you a tour of the neighbourhood around the hotel. Okay, let's test out this mattress. Now, sitting on the mattress, I feel the whole mattress sink down when I sit on it. It just feels really soft. But mattresses aren't for sitting on, they're for lying on, so let's actually hop on the mattress properly and lie down. Now, that's a lot more comfortable when you're lying on the mattress, but it's not the most comfortable for sitting on. So I don't think it's the most comfortable hotel mattress ever, but generally you're not going to be sitting on it. You've got this chair here to sit on. You're going to lie on it, and it is more comfortable for lying on, but yeah, not the most comfortable hotel mattress in the world. Now, another thing about the mattress, about the bed, if you come over here, you'll see that the duvet is sort of rolled up on top of the bed. The bed's not made properly when you come in. You've got the sheets are down, but I'll have to throw that out over the bed. Not that it's a big deal. It's just a little bit different to the way some other hotels do it, but no big deal at all. Wi-Fi is free for guests staying at the hotel. Let's see how fast it is. Yeah, that's pretty fast internet. There's virtually nothing you can't do with the internet that fast. Let's take a look at the bar and restaurant on the ground floor. The bar has a nice atmosphere and there are plenty of spots to charge your phone. If this hotel was a biscuit, what biscuit would it be? If this hotel was a biscuit, it would be a caramel digestive. My reasoning is that Premier Inn is the UK's most popular hotel chain, and the chocolate digestive is the UK's most popular biscuit. So a caramel digestive is a chocolate digestive that's just been used up a bit. Just like a Hub by Premier Inn is a Premier Inn that's been used up. Of course, not everyone may see it this way. I'm a big fan of small and well-designed spaces, so I love the Hub by Premier Inn concept. But there will be plenty of others who prefer a standard Premier Inn with its bigger rooms and extra features like tea and coffee making facilities in the room that are missing from a Hub by Premier Inn. Speaking of tea and coffee making facilities, while there aren't any tea and coffee making facilities in the room, there is a machine in the bar area downstairs where you can help yourself to tea and coffee at any time of the day and night. Although this isn't as convenient as in-room tea and coffee making facilities, it is a step up from the instant coffee that you'd otherwise be forced to drink in your room. Let's take a look at the neighbourhood around the hotel. The hotel is located right across the road from King's Cross Station, although it's about a 5-minute walk to get to the main entrance where you enter the station. It's also within easy walking distance to St Pancras Station, and the British Library is nearby as well. But let's take a walk in the other direction to see what there is there. So while the hotel is in central London, it's actually on a relatively quiet residential street. So firstly, I'm just going to show you a little museum that's just a 3-minute walk from the hotel. Just a 3-minute walk from the hotel is the London Canal Museum. Yes, so that's a good little museum to pop into if you've got a little bit of time and you want to visit something close to the hotel. Now, as that was the London Canal Museum, means that there must be a canal nearby. There is a canal just behind these buildings, but you have to walk a few minutes up the road to actually get access to it. So there you have Regent's Canal, which runs right behind the Canal Museum and very close to the hotel, and you can access it by walking down this pathway. It's a lovely spot to come for a walk, and it's just access to it is just a short walk from the hotel, although it is probably about a 5-minute walk to come this way. Now, while the walk to Regent's Canal may not have felt like we're in central London, the hotel really very much is located in central London. Its proximity to King's Cross and St Pancras stations is really the big drawcard of this hotel. So let's take a look at the neighbourhood on the other side of the hotel, and we'll see how conveniently located this hotel is. There's a pizza restaurant right next door, and on the other side you've got the hotel bar, of course. And right across the road from the hotel, you've got a Pret and then a pub next door to that. And King's Cross Station is right there. However, that's the rear of the station, so it's probably a good 4 to 5 minute walk to actually get from the hotel to the main entrance to the station, where you'll go and catch your train. Once you get to that main intersection at the end of the street, you'll find it's a lot busier, a lot more centrally located.
A big feature of this hotel is its close proximity to King's Cross and St Pancras railway stations, and, more importantly, access to King's Cross and Pancras underground station.
Well, most hotels are within a short walk of an underground station. Most stations only have 1 or 2 lines running through them, but King's Cross and Pancras has 6 lines running through it. So you can get to most areas in London without having to change trains, and that's a huge bonus of staying near this station. I have King's Cross Station, which is right behind me, and St Pancras Station, which is behind me over there. So you can get to most areas of the UK, well, most areas north of London from these 2 stations, and also St Pancras also has the Eurostar trains to France, Belgium and the Netherlands.
Let's take a look inside King's Cross Station. This used to be such an ugly station, but Network Rail have done a really good job doing it up.
calling it a Finsbury Park.
Now let's take a look at St Pancras International Railway Station. Here's the check-in queue for Eurostar trains to Belgium, France and the Netherlands.
At St Pancras Station, it is really one of the most beautiful railway stations in the world, and both St Pancras and King's Cross stations are full of shops, restaurants and cafes and bars. So if you are looking for somewhere to eat and you can't find anything on the street that you're happy with, just pop into one of these two stations. And the British Library is right next to St Pancras Station. And would you just take a look at the front of St Pancras Station? What do I think of this hotel after spending a night here? I really like it, but it's not without its flaws. I love the design and the thought that's been put into getting maximum use out of a compact space. And the downstairs bar area has a nice atmosphere. It feels inviting if you want to sit somewhere outside your room with a drink. And the location is brilliant if you're travelling from King's Cross or St Pancras railway stations, or if you just want to base yourself next to the tube station that's served by more lines than any other station on the underground. However, the bed was really soft, and some people won't like staying in such a small room. I'd definitely recommend staying here if you're looking for a convenient and somewhat affordable accommodation option in central London, but it may not suit everyone, as some people simply need a larger room.